For centuries, one of the most secretive elections on earth has happened behind locked doors. No campaign rallies, no interviews, no public debates. Just silence, ritual, politics, and smoke rising into the sky. When a pope dies or resigns, Catholic cardinals from around the world gather at the Vatican for what's called a conclave, a tradition that dates back nearly 800 years. The word conclave literally comes from the Latin meaning with a key, because once the voting begins, the cardinals are locked inside until they choose a new pope. And yes, they are truly cut off. No phones, no internet, no communication with the outside world. The goal is to prevent outside influence and force the decision to happen through discussion, negotiation, and repeated voting inside the Sistine Chapel itself. That's where things get intense. Each cardinal writes a name on a ballot by hand. The votes are collected, counted, and then burned after every round. If no pope is chosen, chemicals are added to produce black smoke from the chapel chimney. Black smoke means deadlock. No decision yet. But when a candidate finally secures the required 2/3 majority, white smoke rises over Vatican City, and for millions watching around the world, that smoke instantly becomes one of the most recognizable signals on Earth. What makes the conclave fascinating is how ancient it still feels. The process has roots stretching back to the 1200s. In fact, some of the secrecy came from frustration. Certain papal elections dragged on for years because factions couldn't agree. One conclave in the 13th century lasted nearly 3 years before officials reportedly locked the cardinals inside and reduced their meals to pressure them into making a decision faster. Medieval problems required medieval solutions. Technically, any baptized Catholic man could be elected pope. But in practice, the choice has been a cardinal for centuries because they already hold senior leadership positions within the Church. Once a pope is finally chosen, he's asked a historic question. Do you accept your canonical election as Supreme Pontiff? If he says yes, he then chooses the name he'll be known by as Pope. And then comes the moment the world waits for. A senior cardinal steps onto the balcony overlooking St. Peter's Square and announces, Habemus Papam. We have a pope. The crowd erupts, bells ring across Rome, cameras flash, and suddenly, one of the oldest institutions on earth has a new leader. It's politics, religion, theater, and history, all wrapped into one tradition that has somehow survived from the medieval world into the modern age.